Okay, hello everybody. We alternate who goes first each day. There's no diabolical or any. All right, so we spent an hour and a half. We really went down issue by issue by issue, slogging through them. They made some concessions, which we appreciated. We made some concessions, which they appreciated. We're still far away on a lot of the important issues, but we're continuing to go at it. My view, the fundamental disagreement is the scope and depth of the problem and its solution. This is the greatest crisis America has faced in 75 years, economically, in 100 years, health-wise. We believe it needs a big, bold solution. They are still wrapped in this idea that the government shouldn't do much and leave it to the private sector, and it just doesn't work. They're also not unified. They admit that a large number of the Republicans in the Senate will not vote for anything, and we don't exactly know where Donald Trump is. He says a different thing every day. But we're still slogging through step by step by step, and we're making progress. It's not easy, but we're going to keep at it till we get the kind of bill the American people demand and need, which is a bold, strong bill.
To that end of a bold, strong bill, we agree that we want to have an agreement. And that in that case, we then say, that's our goal. Let's engineer back from there as to what we have to do to get that done. Now, Leader Schumer and I are legislators with long experience in writing legislation. We know that the devil is in the details, so are the angels. And it's very important that we have a complete understanding of each other of what we are agreeing to. It's not a conversation, it's a legislative interaction. So this takes time, and it takes specificity, and we call each other back with, you bring more of your information tomorrow, we'll bring more of ours, so that we have a clearest understanding of what is going to be in the bill and what the consequences are. What are the ramifications of that? This is a different legislative negotiation than any we've been engaged in, because there's a fuse out there of people being infected and dying because we have not had an effective strategic plan. The administration has resisted that. We're insisting on that in terms of a strategic plan for testing, tracing, treatment, isolation, masks, sanitation, all that it takes to hold this in check until, God willing, and science providing, we have a vaccine soon. So this is it's hard, and in some cases we're inching along, and others we're making more progress. But it takes time, and will take more time tomorrow. Did you want to say anything about tomorrow?
Just one final thing I want to say. We're meeting tomorrow in two meetings. First, we have demanded that we talk to the Postmaster General because we have seen the late mail, and we're very worried about that effect on the election. And he's going to come meet with us tomorrow and explain to us why there is so many delays and how that might affect the election. And second, then we're meeting together ourselves. And the only final thing I'd say is one sign of the progress is we are now exchanging far more detailed paper with each other. They sent us a bunch of paper, we sent them a bunch of paper, and we each comment on it. So it is easy, no. Are we persisting? Yes. Do we believe that we can get the kind of bold, strong bill that America needs? We do.
If I just may have one thing to that, and that is this. We wrote, the HEROES Act is a document that addresses the needs of the American people. Our staffs are very familiar with the particulars of the legislation, why it is needed, what the justification for it is, why the amounts of money are needed, and the rest. So I have to say about our staffs, yours and mine, they have performed.
They're the greatest.
They are just great. They're dazzling in terms of seeing that. I also want to pay tribute to the chairman of the committees, both on our side and your ranking members on your side, because they're, as an intellectual resource, they and their committees have been very helpful. So we don't come to this with a notion. We come with a well-developed strategic plan on how to stop the growth of the virus, how to honor our heroes with state and local, and to put money in the pockets of the American people.
And they don't yet really have a strategic plan. They have little pieces that are supported by some Republicans, and that's part of the difficulty. But we're making progress.
What were the concessions that you made?